Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just gone dive into Bitcoin. We've got a CoinsKid cruise. So Bitcoin is not doing too bad at the moment, isn't it? A little bit of a drawback from that 21k, 21,500, I think it ran into that key resistance. It's starting to come back a little bit, you know, it's squeaky bum time. There is something that's happened here for Bitcoin for the second consecutive week, which is really, really good. It's progression, basically. And these are the sort of things that I do want to see in the charts. You know, over time, a long period of time, like I said to you at the bottom in June, I need to see the structure going forward. And we are beginning to really carve out that structure right now. Not just for Bitcoin, some of the altcoins as well. They really are beginning to retrace through their weekly EMAs, tightening up those overextension in the EMAs. Like I said to you, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. A lot of people are looking for continuation through those overextended EMAs. And right now, we are beginning to tighten them up, just like we tightened them up last year at the top. We are right now beginning to tighten them up at the bottom. And that is something that it's just data in the charts that I convey to you. Okay, so at the minute, you know, Ethereum is not doing too bad. I think in the last week it's a little bit flat, isn't it, in the last week? So we're sort of consolidating, holding key level support. If we can hold that support and start to come back up the stairs, amazing. Okay, so let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now. So looking at the Bitcoin chart here, this is the Bitcoin chart at the bottom and this is the DXY at the top. Now look at the inverse correlation here. Okay, so this thing has been consistently coming up, holding the weekly 10 EMA, which is this blue line. Okay, consistently holding its support, ran into this point of contact here, which is the 1.618 fib extension. So it's got to its golden ratio. Okay, and it's beginning a retracement back down. I think personally, if this thing starts to come down, which it is right now, we can't ignore the data here. This thing looks toppy and this thing looks bottomy. So the bottom chart is Bitcoin constantly running into the 10 EMA from this point, and it's at 2 consecutively weekly closes above the 10 weekly EMA. So it's showing signs of progression of a bottom. This is showing signs of progression of a top by closing below the weekly 10 EMA for the second week running on Friday. So a big week ahead. You know, this doesn't mean this can't come up and have a relief bounce and this thing starts to retrace. Like I said to you in the previous video, I think it was yesterday, we might see some form of retracement kicking as this thing runs into resistance and starts to come back down, you know, and this thing starts to roll and retrace a little bit. This will start to come up and retrace a little bit as well. That's how it all works. Market moves in waves. But one thing we're looking for here, in my opinion, is a break of this green line. Okay, that is one of the things we can say conclusively. If we begin to break the parabola here, the potential of this just going sideways, crabbing, coming back down to a key level support for the continuation of this bullish breakout, which is in, you know, this thing is going to really take off because it's inversely correlated, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at that, the 2 weekly closes below the 20 and the 2 weekly closes above the 20. So it's data currently that we can't ignore that is signifying a top for this particular chart and a bottom. I'm not going to write, it's going to take too long, isn't it? But a bottom for this particular chart. Okay, and they're the things that we want to see, the structure of a bottom and the structure of a top, because the inverse correlation, this means this goes up, this means this comes down, you know, and it's good for crypto. I've shown you that multiple times. So anyway, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, you know, look at that God candle that broke that resistance just there. In my opinion, right now Bitcoin is in an uptrend on the daily time frame, and any pullbacks of the EMAs are just for buying, and I'm going to go through this with you. Okay, it's not permeable or anything like that, it's just simple support and resistance. What I want to see going forward to signify that that is the bottom, I want to see Bitcoin maintaining the support of the EMAs going forward, because I think if you do that and you hold these EMAs as support constantly right now from this break of this golden cross, you could really be in for some kind of big impulsive move here for Bitcoin and crypto leading into 2023. Now a loss of these EMAs would be quite worrying. If you turn these EMAs into resistance again and start to come down, then I think, you know, you got a bit of a fake out like there coming down, you got a bit of a fake out like there coming down, you know, you got a bit of a fake out like here up as well, and then you came down. So one thing I definitely want to see going forward is just maintain these EMAs as support, because I'm going to show you right now, if you maintain these EMAs as support in a golden cross, which is what we got last week for Bitcoin, look at that golden cross, boom, falling back. If we can hold these EMAs going forward, wow, you know, we've nailed the bottom, you know, and just pullbacks to the EMAs are just going to be for buying, not for crying. This is what I'm trying to convey to you. So I wish I could tell you what it's going to do 100%, but I've not got a crystal ball. It is what it is. It's all about support and resistance. If we hold the EMAs, fantastic, and that would just be an area where I'll just keep going long and accumulating Bitcoin at those levels. Okay, so currently, you know, the deepest EMA at the moment is always the 55 in an uptrend, because, you know, you've got your 20, your 10, your 20 and your 55. They're the 3 primary EMAs that I use. Okay, if you want to get them in your charts, there is a tutorial in every single video description that I upload to YouTube. There's a tutorial video link on the EMAs that I use and why I use them. But right now, they're simple exponential moving averages that, you know, if you can start to hold these as support, wow, you're looking at a parabolic break here. Now, if you look at this previous resistance just there, look at this leg. This could indeed be a turning point for Bitcoin. Okay, on the 20 on the 25th of October, Tuesday the 25th of October, looking back in time, could really be a massive turning point, and it was an expected pivot point date as well of breaking out of that falling wedge like I've shown you multiple times in multiple charts. Okay, so we could look back and say that was a really massive turning point for Bitcoin, and just there you're breaking out to a golden cross, falling back to it. So if you maintain this, I think you're looking at some kind of parabolic move here for Bitcoin up into 2023 when others are really fearful and in disbelief. So let's take a look at the previous bear market bottom just there. Let's take a look at this. Okay, when you broke out after this bottom down here, like I said to you, the EMA's a boss, get them into your charts. We take a look at this, we've got the golden cross, boom, broke out, fell back to its support, and we never ever lost the EMAs from 2018, the bear market bottom, all the way into the 2019 top, which was around about July or June, wasn't it? I think June. Yeah, we never lost the EMAs. Okay, so right now I'm looking for that. If we can come up and start to break out like we did here and hold this support, you're looking at a massive impulsive move like we did from 2018 into 2019 for Bitcoin going forward. And you know, dips are for buying, not for crying on Bitcoin right now. You know, and these are things that I want to see in the charts. Failure to that, we start, you know, coming down, losing the EMAs. It's a bit of a fake out, and the bottom's not necessarily in, and it could indicate, you know, that we are going to go lower. So right now, because of this break here, I would like to see the consistently holding of these EMAs. If we start to have a big breakdown and, you know, we're losing support and doing something like that, we're losing the EMAs, and this wasn't a very pivotal point at all for Bitcoin. But we can't ignore the data. Looking at previous bottoms and looking at this bottom right now, we could look it back in time and say that that was a very pivotal point for Bitcoin, because we've broken out of this resistance and this massive falling wedge which we've been targeting as well. And at this point there was no looking back for Bitcoin. It just absolutely took off right here. Not permeable, it's just data. It's something that I've seen before in a previous bottom. So going forward, you know, for me, I'll just be loading up in every single dip down to these EMAs. So right now, where are the EMAs? So on the daily time frame, let's take a look at this. On the daily time frame, you've got your last level of support, which is a 55 EMA, which sits around about 20,186. So that could just be a really good area to load up on Bitcoin if you're not already invested in Bitcoin, okay, and crypto as well. So I am looking at some beautiful charts and other coins, and I'm going to get some updates out to you on those particular charts as well. But one thing we want to see going forward for the health of the market is Bitcoin maintain this break of resistance, start to carve out the structural bottom, start to come upstairs, holding the EMAs, and you're looking at a beautiful impulsive move. Now on the weekly time frame here, if we take a look at the RSI on that particular week, on the 24th of October, I believe it was, wasn't it? If we take a look, we did actually break out of a very pivotal point there as well. Look at that on Monday, that Monday week, the 24th of October, which was the pivotal point of a break of a falling wedge, and that breakout just there above the EMAs. We actually broke out of a key level of resistance in the weekly RSI just there. So that little break just there could actually be giving the game away that Bitcoin's beginning a massive impulsive move when everyone's really fearful. So I hope you enjoyed that update. You know, what am I doing personally? I'm adding to my spots bags, like I said to you. I'm always buying Bitcoin, always buying altcoins. I will get some updates out to you on the best coins that I think, you know, could be really fruitful going forward when it was a really fearful, sorry. And you know, if you want to do all this, you can do it on Bybit or BitGet. You can go long, you can go short, you can spot buy, whatever. But there's some money to be made going forward, hopefully, you know. But we do need to see the structure and maintaining support of those daily EMAs. Okay, the EMAs are boss. Get them into your charts. Hope you enjoyed that update, CoinsKid crew. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.